Welcome. This is G. We're going to talk about one of my favorite planets, and it should be one of your favorite planets as well. Everything beautiful, pleasant, harmony, what you love and who you love. It's relationships, our desires, also money. Venus. Venus is having a birthday. Yes, planets have birthdays. The upcoming Venus retrograde that's topped off by the birth of Venus. So let's take a deep dive and find out what's going to be happening with our values, with our money, with who we love, with what we love, and all things with the earth, our natural resources, all things beautiful. As December moves along, we have Venus going through the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about big business and government and goals. It's long-term structures of our society. Pluto is in Capricorn. And when Venus begins her retrograde and her journey, she's actually going to get next to Pluto and go a degree past Pluto. So Venus will literally travel and go all the way to 26 degrees Capricorn and then go all the way back to 10 degrees Capricorn. And then go all the way journeying back to Pluto and beyond to 26. So once she gets back to that 26 degree mark, it's not until 2022. So we have to understand her journey. We have to see where she's been, who she went back to visit, who she talked to, the conversations that they had. This will tell us what Venus is reevaluating. This will tell us what changes are going to be taking place. This will tell us about our money, our finances, our values, our natural resources, our food, our creature comforts. And in the sign of Capricorn, being long-term, being your goal, Capricorn representing tangible securities. Right. Venus in Capricorn. Venus is your money, your moolah. Capricorn is tangible securities, commodities, real tangible value, real assets. So those of you at home who have your astrology charts can take this journey with me and then find out where this happens in your chart. At what degree, what house, what place, what location, the where in your life you will be experiencing a rebirth of Venus, a rebirth of your values, a rebirth of your money. Understanding Venus is key because it's a 4-year cycle for 4 years. So knowing what area of your life is huge. Mid-November, around November 16th, Venus touched in 10 degrees of Capricorn. And that began her shadow zone because that's where she goes back to. Once she hits 26 degrees, she travels back to 10 and then she goes back forward again. Well, here we are, focus on justice, a focus on truth, on the judicial system. Remember, Jupiter energy, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So there's expansiveness happening. Go big or go home energy, but truth is going to be important and freedom. Now in December, Mercury's in Sagittarius. The sun is in Sagittarius. We've got Venus in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn. Now Mars is still in the sign of Scorpio. Painting this picture, what does it tell us? Justice is highlighted, the truth is highlighted, fairness, equality, the courtroom, judges making judgments on people, unconscious judgments, our own unconscious judgments, making judgments on others for what they believe in. This is also about people who speak foreign languages, people who are from foreign lands. So here's Venus talking to Pluto. Venus gets really close to Pluto and is having a conversation with Pluto. The Sun and Mercury have just crossed over each other. Mercury is information and communication, but remember it is also traveling. So maybe we'll be hearing something, could be about the airlines, but it's a highlight of someone who's in authority, because you have the sun, which is the authority figure. And it has to do with judges. It has to do with the courtroom. It has to do with the justice system, because this is all in Sagittarian energy. So Mars is still in Scorpio. So what Mars does in Scorpio is it takes action. Mars is willing to do what needs to be done, heal, to change, to transform, and it's about our shared values. Doesn't have to be material values. It doesn't have to be just like shared finances or shared money, business partnerships or marriages or family inheritances, but a value that we hold. A lot of these values in the Scorpio energy are energetic bonds, bonds from other times. A long time ago, past relationship, other lifetimes. So the Venus retrograde and the birth of Venus, so that you understand in your own chart, if you have it, it's between 10 degrees in Capricorn, 10 degrees and 26 degrees in Capricorn. When you see where that 10 and that 26 degrees lies in your chart, you'll know what house it's in. It's possible it could happen in 2 houses. It just depends on your chart. And if you're not sure, if you want to know because you don't know, or you just need clarification, just comment your stuff below and I can help you figure that out, right? December 13th, literally, Venus and Pluto conjunct exactly. This is right before she begins her retrograde. There is a change at this time. It's not just Venus and Pluto in Capricorn. It's also now Mercury has slid into Capricorn. So again, when Mercury moves out of Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius was truth and freedom and justice. It was judgments, it was religion, it was philosophy in life, it was higher learning, higher education, long distance traveling and air flight. But moving into Capricorn, ambitions, its goals, its responsibilities. We have Venus and Pluto here as well. So there's a huge focus, but on a grand scale. It has to do with business and government and banking, interest rates and blah, 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 blah. Venus on top of Pluto. Pluto is change and transformation, which means something strong and powerful and transformative will occur. Has to do with our money, the long-term financial investments, tangible securities, what we value and who we value. Big businesses, big government. This Venus has not begun her retrograde. Now, because Mercury is here, we're going to hear something. Mercury is at 0 degrees on this day. So you could even hear it the day before, literally. And we go back just one day before, Mercury is at 29 degrees in Sagittarius. And what I have found is when something is at 29 degrees, it being a critical degree, we normally absolutely hear about something because, first of all, it's Mercury. Information, communication, social media, the news, that is Mercury. And Venus and Pluto are still conjunct. They're right on top of each other. This is December 12th. You see this? Mercury, 29 degrees in Sagittarius. The sun is still in Sagittarius. A couple of days before this, if we go back, what do you see? Mercury conjunct the galactic center. I'm certain we're going to hear something then as well. So it's like there's this evolution going on, and it all begins in the sign of Sagittarius, which is why talking about Sagittarius was important and why understanding the energy that led up to it. Remember, astrology is a growth. It's evolutionary. It's like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's not just all of a sudden step 1 to step 10. Paying attention to the eclipses. The first one happens in April. And so that's a month after this. However, remember, if you have degrees that match that eclipse, you could feel it up to 3 months in advance. And so understanding those degrees, that's why I put those videos out early that gave you the degrees and the signs. Because when you see all this kind of stuff that's coming down the pipe, when you see all this, it's like, whoa, this is huge, actually. It's monstrous. It can be extremely beneficial. It's major changes, and it definitely affects things that you value.